Hello, welcome to the channel. Today, we will be continuing our series of unmade sequels for Friday the 13th. Today's unmade sequel will be for Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning. But before that, let's do a little recap. And if you haven't yet, consider subscribing. We are on the road to 20k. So Friday the 13th, A New Beginning, or Friday the 13th Part 5, takes place years after Tommy Jarvis murdered Jason Voorhees as a child. Ever since then, he's been struggling with the trauma of the experience. Tommy arrives to an isolated halfway house. After one of the patients kills another patient at this halfway house, the father of the victim, Roy Burns, a paramedic, takes on the persona of Jason Voorhees. From there, Tommy basically has a panic attack throughout the entire movie because the man that's been haunting him all these years appears to be back, as Tommy begins to question his sanity and wonder if Jason has risen from the dead. By the end of the film, Tommy Jarvis ultimately kills Roy Burns, but has too much damage already been done? The movie wraps up with a cliffhanger of Tommy Jarvis pulling a knife on Pam Roberts. He does this while wearing Roy Burns' hockey mask, giving us the impression that the next film that follows will be Tommy Jarvis as Jason Voorhees. However, 1 year later, we got Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives, but instead of Tommy Jarvis being the killer like Part 5 set up to be, Part 6, Tommy seems to be completely normal and is just trying to achieve closure with Jason Voorhees, which ultimately led to Jason Voorhees being resurrected.
Yeah, fuck you, Jason.
But interestingly enough, originally Paramount's plan was to keep Jason Voorhees permanently dead, so much so that a sequel to A New Beginning was in the works for a while, in which the character of Tommy Jarvis would be set up as the new killer of the Friday the 13th franchise. This movie was never made, but it explains the epilogue of A New Beginning, which shows Tommy donning the hockey mask on himself, preparing to murder Pam. If this sequel happened, the entire franchise would have been changed forever. It's possible Jason Voorhees never would have been resurrected, and funny enough, Jason Lives is like a fan favorite. So I want to ask you guys, what do you think of this idea of Tommy Jarvis being the next Jason Voorhees? They were actually working on this, but are you happy we got Jason Lives instead? I know a lot of you are. That's all I've got for you today. Stay tuned for some more unmade Friday the 13th sequels.